Sometimes I wish there are two alternatives to what I would like to see something of one scale where the presence of all the aspects which I discussed can be explored and becomes a part of the people, which I wish can be done today, because what I've done was much early. What could I do now? Sometimes the opportunity comes, but can I pursue that opportunity to do it? Like the universities come, but you don't end up finishing the project. Afterwards, somebody else finishes the projects. You get it?
You would like to go revisit and see?
Yeah, revisit and see, can you go ahead with that process? Can it be done? And like when we built the hall for Sri, or when we built the library for Sri, or the university, could I go back and get it back? Your rain is also stopped. I believe good architecture neither has form nor function. It's purely space of the environment. How to create the spatial environment for living, for the human being, interaction. Nothing. There is no such thing as such. If you really understand Vastu in its depth, it has meaning, but not the way the astrologers preach it or not the priests preach it. Vastu by example and depth, yes, has a lot of meaning, because it's nothing but natural science. Observing nature, observing the climate, observing the social behavior. Yes, these are the aspects which combined with other aspects which make architecture, which is a pure psychological behavior of human beings, to live more happily in a better space of his dreams, which becomes a reality. In the deep sea somewhere, or in the sky up above space. The first thing that comes to my eye when I walk into a site is my masjid. I believe it was there before me. I do.
I do. I do, yes.
Fountainhead, both. Portrait has its places, but landscape plays the larger aspect. Nothing, both no. No hand sketching. If I can make 3D, in fact, what you people in Plansform, what you're talking about three-dimensional aspects in Plansform, I believe you people should get the future of architecture in its reality, because it can be experienced even without being built for. Plansform has a beautiful future in this. Believe in oneself. Both I have no clue. After 15 years or even earlier 10 years, you watch the change that's going to happen. Today they look like vase sitting in a college where the professors say half my students are useless, all the clients are useless. But from that uselessness, I believe something is going to rise, because I can see it in the eyes of the youngsters. It is going to happen.
Something big is going to happen.
Something very, very emotionally revolutionary is going to happen. Simple, least governance governs best is my philosophy, and they should not lay down any guidelines into any. This is one thing I'm going to make a little longer. I believe the moment an architect gets into any site or anything, he is fully legally responsible for the project, whether he gives parking spaces or no parking spaces, or whether he gives the height or no window. It's his and the client. There is nobody else who can interfere. They should not. Setbacks, all this makes no sense at all. Because an architect wants to express, and if he can express it, you can only put guidelines from the government or from the authorities saying you cannot park the car outside on the road, you cannot spill anything on the road. That's because the road belongs to the government. But the plot belongs to the architect and the client. They have no right to stop.
It is
It is totally free.